Now I know I was waiting for a part, but I got the bikes ready. It's mid-January in Central Oregon, and there is frost at the end of our driveway, but there's a bakery right over there in Sisters that has these warm donuts where the maple frosting just cascades over the edges.
Does it come with hot coffee?
It does today.
Then I'm up for a ride.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Grand Shamrock Tour.
When you videotape sometimes, it doesn't do a little town justice. Now this place is really busy, Sisters. But every time I ride through here, I always want to videotape it because it's just kind of that neat old Western town, old buildings, and even that bakery that we just walked in, the floor is like this.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, it is. It's an old Western town, but it is a happening, hopping spot most of the time.
So you know what's real interesting about Sisters? It's a great place to visit, but one of the best things is going to the rodeo here in town. Now, if you think that there's a lot of traffic right now, that ain't nothing. It is bumper to bumper, but it is worth it. It was worth it for us.
The Sisters Rodeo is world renowned.
Now, before those horses buck, they'll be full grown. We won't buck them until they're 5 or 6 years old. And if they buck, they buck. If they don't, that's okay too.
I've only been to it once, but I can't wait to go back again next year. I had a time of my life. It was so much fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It was great. Although, horses, horsepower. I take the horsepower.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, Carolyn, she rode a lot of horses in her day. She had 18 at one time, but I think she stuck down to one iron horse now. And this particular one,
I like it because you can roll on the throttle and turn it off. That's not always the control you have on a horse.
no, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like bikes better because they got a kill switch. And
Yeah,
you get
there
a
you
lot
go.
of trouble. Get a lot of trouble when you kill a horse.
Nice.
All right, so we made it to the Sisters Bakery, and we want to talk about some winter riding tips. But I don't want to do it on an empty stomach.
Oh, no. Now, I wouldn't normally show us eating and drinking. So what we would do is we could do that first.
Well, drinking coffee.
Drinking coffee. Yeah, that's true. Definitely drinking coffee.
But this place is great. It's a local bakery in Sisters, Oregon, and it has some great products. Stuff we'll be taking home and stuff we'll be consuming here. But we want to talk to you a little bit about some winter riding tips. So we're going to go ahead and snack it up a little bit and then talk to you about what we just experienced out there on the road.
I like this idea because there's some challenges.
With some real rough roads out there.
There they are.
All right, now let's get to that brownie. Bakery. So we went to the Sisters Bakery, had a delicious snack, which is always good for me. But getting here today was a little bit more of a challenge. So that is one of the things we'd like to talk to you a little bit about. Winter motorcycle riding tips.
Yeah, because actually the drive here, those roads really do get sanded. For the mornings in the ice, even though we haven't had a lot of snow, those rocks are challenging.
Yeah, we've had a real mild winter in Central Oregon. In fact, today it's almost 60 degrees and it's the 14th of January. So it is one of those kind of, you don't want to waste the day, you want to ride. But you want to be prepared for what the road conditions are. And so what we experienced today, just coming over here 20 miles to Sisters, was there was frost on the road. There was all of the shadows, wherever the roads cast shadows, you're going to still see some frost or some icy conditions and a lot of sand.
A lot of sand, and all of those corners, every time I'd come in, I found myself being very cautious.
Well, an object in motion wants to remain in motion. So when you're riding your motorcycle, keep in mind that if you just don't try to resist, if you just let it kind of glide through some of those slippery conditions, chances are you'll be out through the other side. As long as there's a good exit strategy and you're prepared for what make sure you're looking through those corners.
Look through the
right,
corner.
Carol?
Yeah, you've taught me well on that. Yeah, and it was funny because one corner had a lot of rocks, rolled through that, no problem. Came through another corner, one rock made that front tire just jump a little bit, and you can feel that. But instead of reacting, I'm listening to you, I just let it roll through,
Yeah.
keeping that motion going.
And
it was fine.
One rock is all it takes. If it's a big enough rock, or it does the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But we want everyone to know that don't let yourself be limited by the conditions. Just be aware of the conditions, and then make some accommodations for it. Because if you don't get out and ride with some frequency, you lose some of your skills.
Yeah, I prefer to continue to ride, staying in shape, being ready, always being able to get on and, keep that practice going.
Yeah.
One thing too, your head on a swivel, because you still do have animals out there. There was a lot of deer out this morning.
Yeah.
You
There's
know.
a lot of deer in the area we live, that part of Central Oregon, and when you've got a mild winter, they're much more prevalent, just where they can still eat and graze.
Yeah, they were surprisingly still around a lot. I was warm today. I had heated gear. I have heated grips now. I have a setting of 6 with my new setup. No, but one thing about winter riding is to stay warm. Because if you get cold, then it's a little harder to react.
You don't make as good decisions, right?
Yeah,
I
you get a
agree.
little stressed that way. And so this morning was great.
So, and I did warm up Carolyn's bike for her, and I turned the
you
grips
did.
on to make sure that they were warm when you grabbed the bike.
You did.
We are fortunate that we have the right gear for every condition. So that is something that I would make sure you check out, either through a local supplier or motorcycle shop, what they have available. And they're going to know exactly what you need where you live, because you don't need heated gear if you live in Panama City Beach, but maybe once a year. But if you live in Central Oregon, you're going to keep that heated gear probably into May, or Carolyn, June.
60 degrees, whatever that is. If it's under 60, that gear is on.
Now, as far as your tires go, you're not going to. We got ADV bikes, and so we both are running I think 80/20 tires. So and not so much of a problem. If you are running, a street tire, you want to be a little bit more keenly aware of what conditions are when you're going into those corners. And depending on the kind of bike you're riding, obviously ADV bikes are much more suited to all kinds of conditions. So we're okay.
Yeah, and our tires are relatively new. So there's good tread on those.
Yep. And we check pressure before we go, and we check all of our conditions of our bike, make sure they're in great shape for the ride, and then
made it home. Safe and sound. Almost like an early spring day. Unbelievable. And the roads actually ended up being really good.
Yeah.
So
Closer to the mountains, a lot more sand and road control stuff, but we went out into the desert on the way home, and it was really nice. I had my windscreen up, my visor up the entire day.
Yeah,
So-
you said that. And I had to turn my heated gear down.
Oh,
We had just a glorious day. Going out, now just to review, the Brasada Ranch, which is in this Central Oregon area.
Yeah.
I had never been out there. It's pretty snazzy.
yeah,
Really
it's
nice.
really fancy. And again, there's so many different resorts and everything where we live. They rival the Grand Shamrock Ranch, but it's there maybe a slight step
Nice.
above.
Nice,
So
but we'll go out there and have lunch next time. We'll be prepared.
yeah, this particular day was really just to kind of dig down into what it's like to ride, to some of the conditions you have to deal with in the winter. And I would have to tell you that the only thing that we didn't deal with was winter. We had some of the road. We are officially over now, so
It is.
yeah.
On that note, travel safe.
And we'll see you out on the road.